Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently following through to the downside, no surprise, but we are now at support and we're now at a potential turning point, at least temporarily. So based on this wave count, of course, we should follow through to the downside. We're talking here about the wave 2 correction. We're talking about in the wave 2 about a WXY pattern. And in this Y wave, we've been looking at this ABC structure. I would like to show you in this video two wave counts where we could get a bounce, at least a temporary bounce, a corrective bounce, not necessarily a bullish breakout, but a corrective bounce that first of all could allow some altcoins to recover, because a lot of altcoins are really at the point where they might break their bullish scenarios. I have to say it very clearly here that on no altcoin chart I can say it has bottomed. So again, we have to have the mindset. I said it, I think it's said in several videos now and also in the live stream on Sunday. The mindset at the moment has to be we go down lower until we see a first impulse to the upside, a first 5-wave move up and a 3-wave move down. The reason is the environment is quite uncertain. Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think, based on the wave counts they have, and also based on the relative strength index, especially on the daily, they have more room to drop. And I think we have a few more days of correction ahead of us. It's just that a lot of the altcoins are just maxing out what they can do in their respective bullish scenarios. Again, I have to say again, we haven't bottomed anywhere yet. At least I have no evidence or indications. I'm not calling out any bottoms here at this stage. What I call here for is a potential corrective bounce exactly from here. And we talk about why. But before we dive deeper into the analysis, first a few words about the sponsor of today's Bitcoin video, Chartprime. Chartprime is a service that provides specific TradingView indicators. There are 5 specific and unique indicators that you can only get through Chartprime if you sign up to one of their plans. These are based on quite complex algorithms and formulas and can be helpful in identifying trade setups, which means they can provide additional signals that could support your trading. Indicators can, for example, also be useful to support Elliott Wave counts to give more confidence. Of course, you don't need to apply Elliott Wave to use Chartprime, and the combination of their indicators alone can provide trade setups and signals as well. They currently offer a 30% limited time discount, so if you are interested in this, check it out. Of course, bear in mind that no indicator works 100% of the time. Here's an example of the Bitcoin chart with one of the range indicators. This indicator combines various indicators in itself, so you can adjust it to your needs, but it basically shows your range resistances, different support resistance levels based on different time frames, and it categorizes them based on their relevance. And this indicator provides you with dynamic support and resistance bands to which the price is reacting. And if you're interested in checking it out, make sure that you use the link in the video description and on their website. You can also read through testimonials and you can join their Discord community, which you can join in case you have any questions about how to use those indicators. Okay, so first of all, let's look at the indicators. I just want to call that out again. We are oversold on the 1-hour relative strength index. We are oversold on the 4-hour relative strength index. We've come down quite deep on the daily RSI to 40. I think it's now below 40, which is exactly what we want to see. We have reached critical support, which is the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level of this move to the upside. That's the first relevant Fib level for wave 2. It's also structural support that we had back here on the 28th to 29th of March. Did we have support before? No, not really. So that's fine, but that is, that is enough to say, okay, we have multiple support levels here where we could get a bounce. We have indicators on an oversold level end, or at an oversold level end. There are 2 wave counts that at the moment would allow for a bounce. Again, I'm tracking a lot of options. I can give you tons of options here, but I always try to boil it down to the most probable. Yeah. But there are two that I want to show you in this video that give us an indication we could get a bounce. The first one is, let me take that out. The very first one, and by the way, I take the trend line out here as well. Don't need them. So the very first one would be, yes, we come down in a wave 2, but the move down was actually indeed an A wave. We are still in the B wave, believe it or not, and the C wave will come down after that. Within this B wave, we have the potential that the move up here was just a smaller A wave in B, because the B wave itself is a 3-wave move. The move down so far is a nice 3-wave move. I have 3 waves down, I have a corrective move up, and I have 5 waves down. That's another nice A, B, C pattern in wave B of B. And exactly from here, we could rally in a C wave of B. Yeah, that would not be bullish, but it would just mean a bounce because of the reasons I highlighted to you and because of the wave count here, which certainly would allow for it. Now let's investigate, is there anything else that would point to that particular level here? We can take the length of the A wave. We go to the high, let me think, oh no, didn't want to do that. What I wanted to do, oh yeah, here, second, take the length of that smaller A wave within red B, go to the high of the B, just want to check, okay, no, there is no Fibonacci retracement relationship here, might be the 1.272 here in the middle, but okay, that's not, if it had been the 1-to-1 ratio, I would have said, okay, interesting, but no, it's not. But yeah, from that point of view, that is still possible. It could be a flat pattern. 3 waves up in A, 3 waves down in B, an overshooting B wave to the downside, and then C up for that larger B. So that's one count in which we can expect a larger bounce. That would be an alternative here. So that's one. The other one would be that I say, okay, indeed we're coming down here as an ABC structure. I have that on the chart actually. But yeah, the B wave topped here on the 30th of April. Now I need to think because it is quite complicated. Basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in here we have another, so let me just change something. Change the color so it becomes a bit more obvious. So it would allow for a wave 4 bounce here. Yeah, let me move these across as well. So we had a 1, 2, 3, now maybe a 4 bounce at any point now. Yeah, and then the wave 5. So that's a possibility as well. And because in the wave 3 here in yellow, we have a tiny 1, 2 up there, a 3, a 4, a 5. So they're all counts that I'm studying sort of behind, what is that, in my little chamber here. No, joking. But they're all counts that I'm considering, obviously, they are things that we need to have on the radar. And there are 2 counts that currently point here towards a bit of a rally. Okay, how strong will that rally be? So for example, here, this wave 4 should certainly stay below 28.4K. Yeah, so it shouldn't be a massive one. Not in this count, but the B wave could go up quite a bit. So we need to be ready for a possible bounce. It's nothing reliable though, so there's not really a clear trade setup here in my opinion, unless, and well, there might be actually a tradable setup, because obviously we're talking about relative support here that are, well, relevant support, that the 38.2 fib level, yeah, and previous structural support. But what I can also tell you, I don't see a bounce at this stage. I don't see one right now, so there's no sign that we're bottoming, but I need to call out the potential. In the end, if you want to trade this, so you need to be watching the chart. I can't make a video, 24-hour live stream or whatever, so I can't always be there, but I need to call out the potential, tell you keep watching for it. If it happens, it might be that fourth wave or the B wave. It's certainly, if something happens, there's a decent chance it will happen here. Now, these are the potentials. None of these counts would really change downside targets significantly. Okay, so I think we're pretty much with all counts on the same page, that eventually it should head down a little lower. Yeah, and however, what I have to, as I said before, the market really has to make a decision. No altcoin chart is really, let's say, healthy. They are deep. Well, okay, I shouldn't say they are not healthy, but they are all deep in support. None of them has confirmed a low. I mean, I'm talking about the coins that I cover. None of them have confirmed a low in place. With Bitcoin dropping further, those bullish setups will get increasingly challenged. So Bitcoin really needs to turn around somewhere here, at least temporarily, to, let's say, protect the altcoin charts. But again, there is currently no indication that they have bottomed, so they might very well go to new bear market lows. Okay, so we cannot rule that out. It might be some of them, it might be none of them, but it's all about, if they protect their bullish setups, they either need to turn around now and run earlier before Bitcoin, or Bitcoin does this sort of B-wave bounce to the upside. It's just that Bitcoin, for example, to protect its bullish setup, it can drop much lower. Something that many altcoins just cannot do because they're already so deep in support. So it's an interesting environment and scenario, but it's very critical. We're at a very critical point for many of the altcoins. So hopefully this is understandable. Bitcoin is not in such a critical situation. Now again, then what I want to say as well, we see this head and shoulders on the chart. That's a typical retail pattern. That's a pattern that often doesn't work out. Yeah. So because it is so obvious, and a lot of people will speculate for a drop from here because of the head and shoulders, it really might be that we get this B wave bounce to the upside, just sort of to catch them out, and maybe we do a bit of a move down, collect all the, because there will be a lot of stop losses down here, because a lot of people will go long here, to collect that and then go up. I'm just highlighting that this is actually quite realistic, especially from exactly this price point here. There is not much more to add about Bitcoin, I think, other than, in our primary count here, we're coming down in a Y wave, which consists of ABC, but also here it doesn't really make sense to put an even more detailed micro count on there because it's rather unclear. I think I said everything. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.